welcome to the Clowncast. We're going to do this edition tonight on Father's Day, and we're going to dedicate it to the fathers. Get into childhood with my dad, experiences I went through, and the experiences that I'm going through becoming a dad. Nah, it's awesome. I love it. But right before we get into that, I got to bring in another dad to help me do this show, because what better way would it be than having one of my best friends, Uncle Leroy. Can't say Leroy without saying the junior first.
Yes, sir. I am in the building, man. You know what? Hide the kids. Hide candy. Close the window. Uncle Leroy. Don't see the Leroy without the juniors in the building. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all. I'm tapped in live from Arlington, Texas, STWF Studios, ratchet up the street from the Dallas Cowboys Stadium and the Texas Rangers.
That dude did say the Dallas Cowboys.
I had to throw that in there, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to throw that in there. I'm cloud chasing. You know what I'm saying?
He's still out. We them boys. You know,
hey,
Coach Lee
I represent my New Orleans. You heard me? You know what I'm saying?
Coach Lee excited as hell. You gave them boys a shout out.
Exactly, man. So, hey, shout out to Bobby, man. He's tapped in. Happy Father's Day, Josh. And
Happy Father's Day.
Partner. Happy Father's Day right back at you.
It is, man. It's a good one. It's a blessed one. Like, I literally spent the day. We worked last night. Had an amazing day in sales. Like, today was awesome. I was not expecting that at all. Usually on Father's Day, like, it's less. Like, we do less. Like, Mother's Day's popping. Father's Day, it kind of backs on. We got nailed today at work. Like, it was definitely our highest Father's Day sales ever. That was a good one. And then
your Mama Dean, baby. Happy Happy Mother's Day.
Mom says you're her favorite part of the show. She likes you to give her
man,
shout
that's
out.
Mom. I'm telling you, I had a rocks with Mom. You heard me? I'm rocking with her. Like, she got me back in the studio with the camera on.
She every time I go back home, she talk about it. She was like, I like my shout. She was mad last week. She missed the shout out. If Jason wouldn't have called her, she was gonna miss the show.
Definitely gotta give a shout out to Bob. You heard me? She tapped in every week, man. Like, for real.
We're gonna bring her in here one of these weeks. We're gonna get her up here on this show.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Mom Deuce got this. You know, it look like she got some swag. I see you chopping it up, P. Scott. I see you tapped in with. Appreciate that. Appreciate you, Bobby, for the retweet on Twitter.
Awesome. Appreciate that. Big shout out to Sports Talk with Friends for letting us tap in with using their name brand and stuff. We're gonna build that brand, so y'all watch for big things coming with that. Because what I talked about you with, I've been doing my homework, and I ain't ready to talk about it yet, but we're gonna do that. Like, we're gonna make it happen. What up, Scott? What up? Happy Father's Day, man. I don't know if you're a dad or not, really, but we go.
Shout out to Canada. He's way out there in Canada.
Oh shit! Look, thanks for tapping in from way out there. We're gonna take a sip for you.
Right. You know?
It's Father's Day. I made me an iced Irish coffee. And that bitch is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. I'm on to something here. Got it, dude. I did. I went to work. I had a killer day at work. Alaska. Oh, that's my mom.
Right. I'm sorry. Look, man. Look, Father's Day. Blame it on the cup. Yes.
So my mom grew up. My grandfather, I've mentioned before, he was a weatherman in the Army. My mom actually lived in Alaska for a while, and she has always said my whole life that was her favorite place to live. Like
shut the front door.
Alaska was her favorite place to live. She's always said that.
On the other hand, you know, I didn't have that type of experience. I met two black chicks. They were from Alaska at Grambling, and so you know they were like, "Hey, you know, they're from Alaska." So, what you think the first thing I asked them?
How many black people they got? That's my question.
Hey, shit, it was along those lines. Like, I thought that these chicks stayed in the igloo.
This dude here.
So I was like, hey, she was like, we're like, no,
I got polar bears walking by.
I watched Channel 12 PBS as a kid, and everyone from Alaska stayed in freaking igloo. So they showed me a picture of their neighborhood, and I still didn't believe it. I was like, you know what? This is somewhere else. Y'all, my friends, in freaking igloos.
Y'all trying to pull the landing on the moon on me. And he goes, I've seen it in the movies. Y'all living.
Hey, look, see, there it is. I'm not that jacked up.
Really?
He like igloos is
Really?
always the first question. Exactly.
I would think like somebody would have an igloo like an Airbnb. Like you can go stay in there. I don't see nobody like living in there.
Though. Like for real, that's fire, no cap.
Dude,
I've been had that in movies somewhere. Like you can rent this igloo out, like take a picture with an igloo. I even dress up as an Eskimo.
Bro, like you get the experiments of dying one night. Like you pay for it because there ain't no way I would ever do that. I'm a tropical brother. I don't fuck with the cold. Like I don't like going to the North Shore. Like I'm trying to find out how to get more south. Like
fact. So he says that and how many dogs pull my.
Hey, now I will say that right there. My mom would talk about that. So next door, the guy had the big Saint Bernards, and they would ask that neighbor to walk his dog and get that dog to pull him on a sled when they was out. So that's true shit. Now that we ain't stereotyping on that. Y'all really do that shit. See, I wouldn't be able to handle that time like when the sun don't go down. Like I couldn't handle 24-hour sun. I think I could do the 24-hour night. I don't know if I could do 24-hour sun like that.
It's always party. It's always party time. Shit at 24 hours. I'm waking up calling me something over. Hey, baby. Look, you know what I'm saying? Look.
Dude, I'd make so much money making donuts. Like I'm used to being at work at night, so I'd just constantly be at work. Like I would roll with it. I'd have to take off in like spring or some shit. Like I would just roll with that. And then as soon as the sun breaks, my body's like, oh, it's time to go home and go to sleep. Like
no cap, like for real. So he says, I'm the reverse. Bonfires at 2 a.m.
See, I'm out making donuts. I'd be making the donuts for the bonfire. Like you can call me, we chop it up. Like shit. Uncle Leroy tell you, I'm in the shop making donuts at that time.
Facts.
Yeah. But other than that,
what up, K Rob? Baby, we see you tapped in, man. Happy Father's Day to you. Shout out to you, man.
Happy Father's Day. Dude, that's what I did. I came home from work and I got to that big inflatable pool for Jason, man. I went and sat in that pool with him. That's what we did all morning. I did me some dad manly shit. I cut the grass, ate me a fat lunch, and I went and sat in the pool until it was time for me to pass out. Oh,
nice. Shout out to Mama D. She says aluminum foil on the windows.
Look, I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
Hey, look, another thing. I was at Grambling and I used to put aluminum foil on the windows, and they thought I was in an apartment doing voodoo.
No, blocking that sun out.
Thank you, bro. Dude. Exactly. When I told them that, they didn't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you from New Orleans, you do voodoo. Well, you know what, bitch? Yeah, drop the pants. You know
I am. I'm about to work this magic and keep the sun out this room. That's what I'm about to do. Like, watch. I'll show you this
right, Mom. Exactly. It keeps it dark. Believe you me, I understand. And it's a lot of people from the southern part of Louisiana that does it. But evidently, northern Louisiana thinks we all do freaking voodoo. So you know what? I always tell them, don't drop your hair. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, because it's already cold over there. Shit, man. Look, they get snow. They ain't worth no. See, I don't want to go nowhere that actually snows. Like, I remember growing up, man, I always wanted to play in snow. And then I went to Denver and it was snowing out there. I went and seen some friends of mine. And man, I fucking ran out there and I jumped in that snow. And it's a horrible mistake. That shit's cold, wet, and dirty. Like there was nothing fucking fun about making no goddamn snow angel. Then I had to go back inside, change my clothes and shit so we can go out. Like, no, fuck that. I don't like that. And there's nothing you're gonna buy in New Orleans that's gonna keep you warm enough for the cold up there. Like that we don't make clothes for shit like that. Like, dude, I was dying. Like,
Chicago, that's like Chicago. You can only buy a coat in Chicago that will help you for the weather in Chicago.
For the weather and fuck that shit. Dude, I went and ate at this restaurant and I didn't know no better. Fucking I'm sitting in the restaurant eating, man. I kept licking my lip. And the waitress comes up to me. She's like, "You're not from here, huh?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm from New Orleans." She's like, "Look, you're going to want to go around the corner to the Walgreens and get you some lip gloss. You got windburn on your lips." Dude, that shit was like sunburn on my lips. Oh,
windburn.
Yeah, windburn. Look that shit up, bro. Windburn is a real ass thing. It was so cold and windy. That shit fucked my skin up.
See, hey, shout out to you, Gerard.
Oh, happy Father's Day, John. That's my dude.
Just know I did not read that as that. You know, I be watching too much narco TV on Netflix, and I read that Happy Poppy Day, fellas. And I'm like, where's that?
Shit, them days are long gone.
Appreciate it. Tapped in with us, man. So what Bobby says, Bobby from YouTube says, I went skiing. What?
No.
In 17-inch weather and took clothes off. I was sweat. Wait, what?
I'd have never went in 17-degree weather. That's where you got me beat right there.
Wait, that's negative 17 degrees. I'm thinking it was like he went skiing at 17.
That's what I thought that was too. No, that's negative 17. I'd have turned the TV on and the weatherman would have said I'd turn that shit right back off. No, there's no life today. I'm not doing that shit. Because like you get cold, you lock up. Like I can't even move. I can't even pretend to make myself fucking comfortable in that shit. But and that put me in 107 degrees. Like I'm a lizard. You could base the fuck out of me, man. Like I could take clothes off and be comfortable. I can't
we want you to keep your clothes on for the show, man.
You know
what I'm saying? We got kids in here.
Know. Shit, OnlyFans is taking off these days. You never know.
I was just talking about that. That's the reason why these kids don't want freaking real jobs anymore, man.
But like that, like what happens? Because I mean, it's only so long before like that. I honestly feel that like that's just a fad right now. That's a trend. Like it ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna take off to what it wants to be. What they think it's gonna be, and then like. I done went in rabbit holes researching that shit and all, bro, because I'm fascinated by the money that can be made with
Wait, time out. Wait. So you went and researched OnlyFans?
Yeah, 100%. Dude, I am fascinated with the idea.
Wait, I've never heard that. So was you sure it wasn't a model on OnlyFans? You went and researched OnlyFans?
No, I would never pay to see a girl naked. Like, you got me fucked up.
Yeah, it sounds like you did. Talking about, well, you know what? I just researched OnlyFans. Wait, what?
No, because so this is why. So I see so many girls on Facebook now are turning to OnlyFans. I'm fascinated with the idea of what, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I say this, but what makes every decent looking girl think that they can make it? It's porn. Like, I don't care what you want to call it, it's porn. And you're only going to sell naked pictures for so long. Because to stay relevant and to stay with the competition, you're going to start doing shit. You're going to start making. Let me tell you something. If you're taking off your fucking clothes and showing your titties for $34 fucking a month, some of them bitches are doing it for $4.99 a month. And you get one of these Arabian dudes that's got money and be like, look, I'm going to give you $2,000, stick a cucumber in your ass. 90% of the time, you're going to stick a cucumber in your ass when they pay that $2,000. So it's only a matter of time. But what fascinated me, that it made me want to look into it is, like I said, so what makes everybody think it, like, that is a job. Like that's just not somebody sitting at home like, oh, I'm going to take a couple pictures. No, man, go do it. Like, a lot of these girls, they all live in the same house. There's basically a pimp to the house, and he has this mansion that they rent out. And like each one of these girls get this room in that. So if you look at it, a lot of these things, it's the same room. It's different decorations, but it's the same room because it's all the same goddamn house. And
sounds like to me you watching OnlyFans because
no,
I don't know about these same rooms.
I don't even have an account with them, dog. Go look it up. Like, I don't even have an account. But it's crazy to. It's the same thing with these reels, with these TikToks and all. It's like you look at these kids on these games, it's the same rooms. That they all live in these houses. And like Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is the perfect example.
You know, that's the thing with content creators. You know, they'll go out, you know, rent out the same house, and then they'll do things to, you know, make
move
money.
all these people in, and you're playing this game 24 hours a day to get paid for it, making this dude money, but you making money because he's the one that's getting the ads put on your show and publicize. You can get, if you You could take a simple show and get like a tag name on it, like Mr. Beast. That's instant stardom there. Like you're instantly getting millions of views and you're getting top notch fucking ads. Same thing with the OnlyFans. Like you constantly have to make content and keep upping that bar on it.
Shout out to Bob. He says, my dude knows way too much
I'm
about
just
this.
saying.
He's
I'm
doing
just saying,
it
dude.
research purposes, huh?
I do it for science. Yes.
Hey, you know what? We want to know, do they have OnlyFans out there in Alaska? Like, and
Alaska. Love. Bro, like now, okay, I ain't gonna lie. If you put a hot Alaskan chick in there wrestling the polar bear, I'm gonna subscribe. You're gonna get my $5 a month.
Bro, wait. You got some weird taste. You want a naked Alaskan
think about
chick
it. I ain't talking about fucking the bear.
A polar bear?
Dude, imagine, I ain't talking about fucking the bear. I'm talking about imagine like this hot chick just run up and grab a fucking polar bear in the headlock. Dude, what? To all the fans.
Oh man.
He said they got one. They got one. Bro, can you imagine being the only girl in like your town with OnlyFans? Like everybody would know. Like something like that in Alaska, like everybody know everybody.
That's how it is in New Orleans.
No, yeah, but we got a lot of hoes out here. There's so many OnlyFans chicks out there. Like that. See, that's what I'm saying. Like I see more and more girls. So they got some girls like you look and be like, yeah, if I was in the bar fucked up, I would probably hit on this chick. And next thing you know, this bitch is on fucking Facebook talking about get my picture. You was giving them bitches away free a month ago. And now you think you're gonna make money on it? Get the fuck out of here. Oh God. No, man. But that's this generation, dude. That love.
I'm like, hold on, man.
That's this generation, though, man. Like the internet is gonna be the downfall because that money's only gonna that new money don't last. It's only gonna go so far. And you look at a lot.
Actually, it's funny you said because I was, shout out to my father-in-law. We was having a conversation, and I was telling him similarly, like, these kids aren't working for that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's under oppression. He was like, well, you know what? Nowadays these kids are living because of the government, because of what the government. No, they're not. These kids are kind of warped in their mind, thinking everyone is their own, entrepreneur, and their entrepreneur comes from driving DoorDash, Uber, and all these other app-based jobs. You know what I'm saying? OnlyFans being one of them. And so I told him. So there was a chick that came in our studio and said she made $12,000 for one night.
Dude. When I worked for the other donut shop, Sweet Thing, like I've mentioned in the show before, the owners of that own the strip clubs. Dude, the shit, like some of these girls would come out of these VIP rooms, do $20,000. See, that's where I'm nosy. What'd you do for $20,000?
You sound like a jacker, man. Talking about, there's money over there?
What the
Hold on, where we at? Let me find out you trying to pull a John Morant.
Dude, like, what the fuck cost $20,000? Because I know you. How the fuck something from you cost $20,000? Oh, like, how that cost $20,000? I seen you doing fucking, dude, like, it's amazing what guys are paid for. Like, we savages. We perverted savages. It is what it is. Like,
hey, but you know what? I mean, we said that, y'all got to check out last week's podcast, Clowncast, where he talks about how Josh was preying on these women in AOL, and now it's like the roles reversed. They're preying on us with OnlyFans.
I said that my generation created these monsters, dude. Like, and what, like, I'm ready. I'm ready for third grade. I'm ready for career day. Let's see some of these moms. Like what trades are you gonna teach your kid? How to fuck yourself? Like, the government's gonna do that for them already. Like, they're not gonna need no help. And without the right guidance, they're gonna do that anyway. Like, dude, it's scary. It's scary. And then but I do like to do my research on things because I know how I was. Like I said, I got on the internet when I was about 16 years old. It's only a matter of time before Jason gets on it. And I want to be up to what's going on. Like, I'm not, I see some of the shit that these parents let the kids play with and watch, and they not paying no attention to it. And it's like, what the fuck? And then when we all get together, they're like, oh, my kid did this, my kid did that. And it's like, that's exactly what they do on that game.
And, you know, and that kind of leads into our show today about fathers. You know what I'm saying? Because
you gotta be there.
Nowadays, they would allow social media, TikTok, all this stuff that they see on social media to raise their kids instead of allowing the fathers to be the father.
Right. And statistics will show, man, that most badass kids come from a single family home. Like the dad's not in the picture. And that's a two-way road, because I know some people on my Facebook fucking page, they ain't worth the shit, dad. They're a cool dude. But
wait, you calling out the Facebook friends? You know what? I'm unfriending after this shit. You're like,
well, I don't know everybody. Page. Like, there's a lot of them. I don't know everybody, but like there's just shit. Like, okay, so like I see you post every day. You post everything. You posting another girl's kids. But then I'll never see you post your kid. But then your baby mama follows me, and I see her posting your kid talking shit because you don't acknowledge your kid.
Okay, hold on. I can't wait. So I can't let you talk over this. So you following the partner and the baby mama kid, and they ain't much together, and you comparing the two?
Yeah, I'm a judge. I identify as a judge.
That's savage, bro. That's savage.
Well, it's not no. Well, okay, I get what you're saying, but you got to look at it from my point of view. It's in front of my face. I'm just reading the shit, like it's there. Like it ain't like I'm just sitting at home and be like, you know what? I bet you such and such is a worthless piece of shit because he don't do this. It's right there in front of your fucking face. You ain't even got a choice but to read it. All you got to do is open Facebook. That's the same
excuse I use when I'm walking up Bourbon Street and I get flashed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
it was just there.
Don't get mad at me. It's fucking right there. She's showing it. Look.
Oh, how you gonna get mad at me for, like, I can't? Nah, that's physics. I can't do nothing about that. Like, I'm not blind. I can see Stevie Wonder can see that shit. Like, and dude, and it but then now tables turn at the same time. I know some dudes that try to be exactly. I know some dudes that like honestly try to be in their kids' life, and the mom uses them kids against them like a weapon, bro. Like, now that's some brutal shit right there. And I talked about it in the Fight for Jason cast. Like, I kind of went through some of that, right? And that is some crazy shit, because it all depends on what state you live in, to where if you actually going to get a fair shot, doesn't matter if you're a better person or not. Like, they say, from my experience, and this is here in Louisiana, they will tell you it's about the kid and it's about what's best for the kid, but it's honestly not. If you can prove, like, and it's hard, and you got to fight for it, but it's better for the state. It seems like to me, it's better for the state to go with the less fortunate person, depending on how bad they are, because the government's going to get more money out of that. Like that, I witnessed that going through my own shit. So it ain't what's best for the kid. It's what's best for me to be able to get these grants and shit, because they stealing that shit. How in the fuck do they take all this money out of my check, and we running out of fucking money? Like,
bro.
Huh?
Hey, what's crazy, I had a similar situation with child support court. I got put on child support in Louisiana and I'm in Texas. And they put me, so I go out child support court. Fuck Greg Abbott. Shout out to you, Patrick. Why? But rewind, play. Fuck Greg Abbott. So I go to child support court, and they tell me, they were like, you know what? I'm gonna set up the arrears so you won't benefit. Okay.
Yep.
So you know what? Me being from New Orleans, this was the moment that I turned into ratchet mode.
Right.
What the fuck you mean? So of course they had to call up the judge, you know what I'm saying, to get involved in this. But
he's hostile.
I was like, how you gonna sit and tell me you gonna set my payments up to whereas I don't, I won't benefit? I'm like, why you didn't tell me where the child benefits?
Right.
Like, one. Then I was like, well, you know what? Screw that. I want visitations. Well, they were like, fuck you. This ain't the court for it.
Right.
Call me up here for. Y'all could have faxed this shit and I could have signed it if you telling me I had absolutely no right up here, but just to come up here and listen to you tell me how fucked up of a person you think I am, and I just got to sign here and listen to it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm ready to flip the table over.
Dude, and I had video and text message proving this motherfucker was an addict doing this shit in fucking kid. And bro, until I actually got a lawyer, shout out Steve Mature, that's my dog. Until I got a lawyer, them judges they didn't even give a shit. I mean, like I was literally getting my ass handed to me by a judge and a fucking addict. I'm like, this is unbelievable.
Bro, wait, tell on where you put that shit. It was like,
no, that's 100% what the fuck it was. Like, dude, and I'm amazed because I voted for this motherfucker. Like I literally went down and voted for your fucking ass, and you're gonna sit here. I'm the only person in this equation that's even paying taxes. This motherfucker, this bitch can't even vote, and you taking her side. Wow.
Hey, that shit is funny as hell.
Dude,
I went to jail that day because I was like, motherfucker, I voted for you know what? The fucking I'd have been trying to flip the goddamn judge table over. The table, his table that got flipped, the DA table that got flipped, and my lawyer table that got flipped.
Bro, I tell you, the one time I never really got mad during none of that because I expected a lot of it. I tell you, the only thing that made me mad is when after I was introduced to my lawyer, and I didn't realize how much like real lawyers cost. And,
hey, that should start at 10, man.
Dude, he solid guy, and I will say, I would pay him 10 times over. Like the shit that the dude was able to find out to like seal this deal. I don't even understand how you was able to, like he was able to go out and find all these doctors that she was shopping through to find like prescriptions to get some, like the shit that this dude was finding out was awesome. And she knew she was screwed. But dude, when we talked and he told me how much it was gonna be an hour and how it all worked, and I'm just like, all right, no problem, blah blah. You know, I'm gonna have to make payments on that, blah blah. I hung up the phone, dude. I was pissed. I was so fucking pissed. I was pissed at her because I knew that this was gonna get drug out over time, and I knew how expensive this was. Because it for a custody battle, it's really not that expensive. It's really not. If you could literally go in there, go to court one day, talk it all out, and be done with it, it only cost you fucking like maybe $1,000, maybe. But it don't matter who says what. The other side is gonna fucking object to it. And when the other side objects to it, well, now because of that objection, now you need another court date. That's another 40 hours on the lawyer. That's another court.
Hold on. My daughter, my pretty girl, is she's in the stream. I see you, IG.
Oh,
hey, IG.
Hey,
she just graduated from Northern Arizona State University. You
know congratulations. Yeah.
Legacy. You're public health with a minor in biology. So
I love it.
Appreciate you, my pretty. I see you.
Public health. Look out for the name Jason Dean. He's gonna be coming through. Work with him. He's gonna be a mess. Oh God, he's gonna be a mess. But Father's Day, dude, I had me a real daddy parent moment. I was proud and scared at the same fucking time. I get Jason this big blow up slide, right? Like it's in the backyard, shit. It's perfect for him. So I'm working in the garden, and I got the slide blown up for Jason. And dude, I don't know, like that's Jesus had my back. Something made me turn around. I turned around. My dude is at the top of the slide with his big wheel, bro. And he's like going on that slide like he's about to go for it, bro. Like he's ready. Oh, whatever. I can't see it. Just says Facebook.
That's Aja. That's my daughter.
Oh, hey. Dude, he's at the top of the slide, bro, ready to go down. I'm like, what you doing? He hops off and sends the bike down for a test run.
What? Wait. Sorry, Mama Dean. Yeah. Hey, appreciate you, Mama Dean. Wait, she was born in Arizona?
Yep. She's lived all over because my grandfather was in the military, so they bounced around. But yeah, she was born in Arizona.
That's cool. So yeah, she went to she graduated from Flagstaff. Out there, well, Northern Arizona, but it's out there in Flagstaff. That's cool, Mama Dean. Learning a lot about you today.
Shit. They lived out there when they was testing them new. Like one of my aunts, they was out in Arizona, them deserts. They was testing them fucking nukes and all that crazy shit. One of my aunts, she be clicking out. Like, she got shit wrong with her from all that. Like, she be going into these seizures and shit. Oh, fucking crazy shit. Don't trust the government. Never trust the government. They be like, "Oh, this is fine. Come on in. Turn around and run." Don't. Just like that fucking shot. Oh God. But yeah.
Look, that's a whole nother podcast right there.
Oh, we're gonna get into that one week, man, because I got some shit to say on that. Oh man. But yeah, dude, growing up, man, I like my dad was in my life. Like we had our off and ons. Like, I ain't gonna lie. My dad, Jack, definitely earned every gray hair that's on his head. Like, I put them people through some shit. I'll put that man through some shit. But it was cool, man. Like, I remember even now when I'm at work, I'll play like old 80s rock and roll and shit, and it'll take me back because I tell you all the time, bro. Like, music is the anchor of your soul, your memories and shit, man. Like, there ain't a song you can put on from back in the day. It ain't gonna trigger a memory that you had.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the stuff that people don't know like that. Like, my Mama Dean, she said we were in 2 chemical leaks.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of stuff that happened back in the days, you know what I'm saying, that tried to cover up, just like with Area 59, like that chemical leak. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of other stuff that people that don't know, they don't know.
Right. And back then, see, it's labeled
you had
a
to
chemical
talk about
leak.
that, Mama Dean, like, wow.
And back then, you don't know what them chemical was. Like, it's a chemical leak, but what the fuck was it? Like, they
didn't know at that point, because at the end of the day, they had limited technology,
like,
limited access. You know what I'm saying? And the world was wow. She said one in Utah. Wow.
Yeah. And that exactly. They were figuring out what this shit is and what it can do and stuff. So like, they didn't even know back then. Shit, even my grandfather would like when he would get sick and have to go to like the hospital and shit, he had a card. And like, a normal doctor could make him stable, but they had to get a military doctor to come fuck with him and shit. Like because they've been exposed to a lot of that shit. So like, these new doctors ain't gonna know what to do with that shit.
I know everyone say that about, we're gonna have a card put in us, but I feel like that's about with Katrina, because I'm like, I was in that Katrina water. So, I feel like I mutated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, look, I ain't getting the COVID shit.
I was about to say, COVID, I ain't even worried about COVID. I was in that Katrina water.
It's like baptismal Sunday.
Right? That's what I said, dude. Like, after Katrina, and we used to always say there was a bar on the West Bank, Honeys. If you did coke off of a toilet in the back of Honeys, you don't got to worry about no coronavirus. Like, coronavirus is the last thing you got to worry about in life, my dog.
That part.
But dude, it's crazy with Katrina, man, how everybody talks about it. But like, statistically, the hurricane really wasn't that bad. If that levee would have never broke, there would have never been a story. Like, it just so happened our levee system failed us. And that's where the destruction and devastation and shit come from. But like,
I say the government started governmenting, because, it's like, how can I put this? Water starts from a crack, you know what I'm saying? And, we heard a boom, so yes,
right.
It happened in 1956, 50 something, 55 with Hurricane Betsy, where they did the same thing. They breached the levees.
Yep. To me, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't give a fuck. That's what I am. But they saw another opportunity to fatten their pockets, and they took it at the pockets of the public. Like, anytime, like, it's Democratic state's it's gonna screw you over every time. It really, honestly, it don't matter if it's a Democrat or a Republican in times like that. Natural disasters is a golden time for local governments to make their money. Like, because you're going to get them grants. You're going to get all this, but you don't never see the people getting help. Like, it'd be the same person on the news bitching about FEMA still ain't here. But then right after this person's talking about they're not getting the money, FEMA's on the next segment talking about we just got $54 million to help everybody. Well, where was it?
And then 2 years later, the person who was over that, like, shout out to Ray Nagin, his ass is in jail.
Right,
That's
dude.
how that shit always happens, man. We see your Buck Robinson tapped in.
What
part of
up,
the program.
Buck?
I appreciate you tapped in.
Happy
But
Father's
I mean,
Day.
it's moments like that dad get, that dads, men, we get overlooked because it's like the world, society is really caught up in the emotional phase of it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I didn't see moms holding floats and you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they played their part, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the dads. Cause
Dude, straight
we
up,
had to protect our family. And I
it's
think that's
time.
what'd you say?
It's time for dads to start being men again. Like,
bro. Hold on.
Look.
You gotta rewind that bitch back. Look. Rewind.
It is.
That shit again, man.
It is. It's time for dads to start being men. Like, if you sitting there, I'm not saying you're not a good father. I'm not saying nobody's a good father. I'm not saying they not. There's some people, they got much love for their kid. They do what they can for their kid. But if you're not working, if you out on the streets and shit, your kid's seeing that. Trust me, I see it with Jason, man. Jason pays attention to everything I do. Like, it's crazy how much he mocks me. And your kid's gonna follow in them footsteps. Like, it's gonna be the same thing. So if your kid ain't seeing you working and your kid's seeing you just partying, what you think your kid's gonna do? Not working, party. And then next thing you know, you got an 18, 19, 20, 30-year-old still living with you. You bitching at them because they're not even helping pay the bills. But that's what you showed them to grow up to be. And a lot of people don't say, and they'll even talk shit about me for just saying that right there. Oh, he get no. You're right, I am, and I'm noticing what my dude's gonna go through. And I mean, well, he ain't here today. The motherfucker bailed on me.
That's surprising, man. You know what I'm saying? I get sleep on my dude, but
Grammy was making cakes. Grammy's making a cake for Father's Day, right? He bailed on me. He wanted that cake.
Nice. Nice. I mean, but to your point, it's like, I grew up with thinking like, you know what, hey, do as I say, not as I do. You know what I'm saying? And I thought like, you know what, that held weight. But it's like, you know what? I don't know what the hell you're saying. I only see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, people and kids, we got to model what we want for our kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a teacher, as a former teacher of New Orleans public school system, it was like, I taught kids who was, children of drug dealers. Right. And guess what? You know what I'm saying? What you think they wanted their kid to be? You know what I'm saying? A drug dealer. They wanted to be following what their footsteps were. It doesn't matter if, hey, I'm trying to, tell them that they can be more. It's pretty much, hey, this is what I want this person to be. Right. And that's the environment that they're in. Like you said, they see what they see. And that's all that they see. So how do you think that we can change that? Or do you think it is something that it's worth changing?
It's definitely worth changing. That the kids are our future. Like that's,
bruh. Please don't tell me that, because see, I've been like, my son, he's 17, he's in summer school now, and I've been dropping him off at Mansfield ISD. I'm getting depressed because all of them fools in there look like kids that I call the police on. You know what I'm saying? All of them, it's 105 degrees outside right now. All of them dressed like it's -17. They got hoodies.
Got a hoodie on in the middle of fucking summer. Oh my God, dude. You look at them and you start sweating and shit because of that fucking hoodie. Oh my God.
Tell me about it.
Bro, I know. Hey, look, when Jason starts like real, like he's going into first grade this shit, dude. When he gets to like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I'm scared of 8th grade, bitch. I didn't even make it to 8th grade. Now I gotta help you get through 8th grade. You motherfucker, you better pay attention. Like, pay attention brutally. If not, his dad's gonna be in here making donuts. And I would rather Jason take this to the next step and open shops rather than cut donuts for this shop. But at the end of the day,
wait. Pin that. We're gonna circle back around to that. So shout out to hold on. So shout out to Coach Lee. Happy Father's Day, brothers. We see you.
Oh, you missed a shout out, and he said we them boys.
Shout out to you, Patrick. So let me see who Facebook user who this is right here. That is Patrick. So he says, what's crazy is when your son intimidates. Wait. intimidates me and your wife has to point it out because I don't notice it.
His son intimidates him, and he don't even realize
Imitate.
it.
Wait, yeah, imitate. Sorry, imitate. So what do you think
Imitate.
about?
Dude, that ain't no shit, dude. Like, the best part, the best thing to say about that is somebody called it out. One of the girls called it out at work. And so Jason was up here, and he watches me when I make the donuts. And while I'm making donuts, like, I'm constantly drinking something because I throw that flour around, man, and it dries my mouth out a lot. So I'm constantly drinking. So, like, after I roll my dough out, I throw some flour down, and then, well, at that point, I take a sip of my drink. So Jason's at the house a couple of weeks ago, and he's playing with Play-Doh like he's making donuts, and he rolls that shit out, and he throws his flour, and he takes a sip of his drink, and I'm like, wow.
Nice.
Like,
All right, so look, everyone that's in our chat, that's in our viewers, we want to know, how does your son, you know what is how does your son imitate you, or your child, your son, your daughter? Let us know one of the ways that they imitate you.
Attitude. Look up. That's the biggest thing with Jason, boy. When he throws his attitude at me, bro, and I just sit there and look at him.
So shout out to Bob. He says, wait, your 9-year-old? He says his 9-year-old wears shorts and hoodies all day long. Now,
right, like what? Only half of you get cold? Only half like, gets cold? Huh? Only half of them gets cold? Like, like what the fuck's going on there? Dude, and you see a lot of kids like that, dude. Hoodies, got the hoodie with a beanie on and some short socks and Crocs. It's like, oh, fuck me, man. What? I don't even want to be in the style if that's what it is.
And exactly. And you know what's crazy? And it's like, and that'd be the same ones that be like, you know what? I just want to, I want to be understood. It's like, why is the people, why am I getting treated the way I'm treated? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like I shouldn't be getting treated like, no, yes. It's like, you see a bird, you think it flies, right? You see a fucking fish, you think it fucking swims. You see a horse, you think it walks. That's it. We can only process what we see. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to get my son to understand. And one thing that, he does that, how he imitates me poorly is that, I carry 2 phones. I have personal phone. I'm very busy at work. So, he sees me in my phone, and this was like 10 years ago. So now he's in his phone doing Lord knows what.
Right.
Thinking, hey, you know what? I got this from my dad. But it's like, you know what? And that's why it's really good for not only the kids to see what we do, but us to have, interaction time so we can tell them what we do so that they can understand. Right. It ain't easy being a father. You know what I'm saying? Like someone said it today. It's like, no matter what goes on, guess who fucking gets blamed? Your lights in the house get turned off. Gets blamed? The fucking dad. Dad ain't got nothing to do with this. Dad just gave the money for it. Right. Dad gets, you know what I'm saying? So
not no more. Mama making $20,000 on OnlyFans. Shit.
Exactly, that is true. Yeah. And now that the son or the kid is like, you know what? Hey, you know what? Mom's doing this, and now you got a point.
Right, and so now that's what the son's gonna grow up. So now he's gonna get him an OnlyFans, and now you got some weird subscription because your mom and your fucking wife are making content, dude. That's weird.
But that's the society we going in, because I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna put this out there, and our viewers, comment as you may, because everyone's happy with this $15 an hour job, right? Shit. I always say is like, how are you worth $15 and last week you were just making $7? Nothing changed,
and making more fucking mistakes.
So this money won't be there because why? AI is coming. Self-automation is coming. So once this is here, all these people that were making $15, they're not going to make that anymore.
Right.
Dude, so how are they going to circumvent that income?
Even McDonald's is getting to where they don't even have employees no more. It's fucking robots doing the shit now. And that was and I'm not knocking nobody that works at McDonald's or anything. Look, fucking kiss my ass. But that was always based to be an entry-level job to prepare you for work, for a working career.
Part. You supposed to
McDonald's was never invented to be a career job. Yes, you got managers, owners, franchise stuff like that. I get that. But it was never made to you fucking flip hamburgers. Like, I'm not knocking it, but at the same time,
it's not made like for real. Like just what P. Scott said, just like, you know what I'm saying, just preach real talk. It's not made for that. Just like the greeters position at Walmart is made for my grandma. You know what I'm saying? You should not be fucking 16-year-old. Hey, let me check your receipt. No, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's for these old people that need something to do, still want to get in, stay.
Have an active life. Just active to have an active life. That's
exactly
what they want.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I say it all the time. You're an idiot.
So shout out to Bobby. What, you gonna read it out?
A teacher one day. You're an idiot. You're actually, dude. Look, you don't.
Bobby. So Bobby from YouTube, he said, "I say all the time, you're an idiot." Repeat, you're an idiot when people do stupid things. So my little one told his teacher one day, "You're an idiot."
Score.
That's a fun parent-teacher conversation. Hey, hold on.
Score. Look. Nah, go home and explain that to your teacher.
Master at work.
Shout out to your kids, man. It's a master at work, man. I like that.
Be coming one day.
All right, so what? We got the chat blowing up. So Jared Boudreaux, he said from YouTube, he says, I got twins that are 16s and they will hold on. All right. I got twins that are 16 and they will follow me through the woods. They can't wait for hunting season.
I like when they go hunting. They bring me deer meat. That's my boy.
Man, look, I was just watching, what was this? Joe Pickett. And it's about hunting, and the guy got killed. So, hey, man, I am not going.
Hey, dude, look. I will say, from my own personal experience through a variety of fine females, watch them bitches that hunt. Like, they bold, bro. Like they could take an animal's life. They will fucking sneak you. Like, I ain't bullshit. Like,
thank you. I remember back in the days where it was a husband and wife. They went hunting, and guess what? Only the wife came out.
The wife come back talking about there was an accident. I didn't see him again. I bet the fuck not.
She beat the case.
Dude. I agree with Kevin Hart though. If I take you hunting out and we going swimming and a shark get a hold of you, don't come limping back in that boat. Like that ain't what I signed up for. Like a bobcat gets you, I don't know, because I'm running. I'm gone. Like, I'm not. The only way I'm gonna know if you lived is if you kept up. I'm not, because I was taught in sports, don't look back. Don't worry about what's behind you. You got to look forward to be faster.
That's funny. I was just saying that today. Like, hey man, I'm from New Orleans. I spent time on Bourbon Street. When
we break.
Off, you running. You ain't looking back. Look, all that shit you're running. Somebody shooting you starting to stampede.
You ask questions at the safe zone. Like
right.
that's where you get the story all together at. That's why the story never really fits, because your mind's just thinking, get the fuck up out of here. And then when you get over there, you try to piece together what actually happened. That's why the story
just happened.
Right. Checking for holes and shit. All right, I'm good. So man, I saw.
Give a shout out to my old man Albert. We see you tapped in, man.
What up?
Appreciate you.
Happy Father's Day. We did, man. Like me and my dad had a good relationship with racing when I was growing up. Like, I was bad. I ain't gonna lie, I was bad, and that made a lot of friction between me and him. But we always did have racing, man. There used to be a dirt track in Avondale, and every weekend, man, we'd be out at that track, fucking dirt track racing, and then it was cool. Because then fights would happen out there. Well, now I get to fight with these people with my dad. So, like, me and my pops ain't fighting no more. We fighting other fucking dads and shit. Dude.
Hey, you talking about fighting other. You know what now? Pop Dean, I done seen him. You know what I'm saying? He be, shout out Pop Dean. He be in the shop with you.
Yeah, he comes and helps out.
Doing the donuts and everything. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So I can see where, Pops will get down with you. Like,
oh, dude, my Pops was brutal. His nickname was Mad Dog when he was growing up. He brutal. He brutal. He a big burly man. But yeah, dude, like, you got to think, man, that these redneck race car dudes, bro, it's like dirt track. Oh, it was fucking great, bro. Like, you got these piece of shit cars, and then like two people would have really nice cars. So the person with the piece of shit car is gonna hit the nice car. Well, you got a fist fight on your hands at that point, bro.
That sounds like you was learning life lessons at the racetrack. You know
what I'm saying?
People with the shit for life that have no goals, no nothing. They gonna try and hit the people that got shit going on.
Dude, it's exactly like these people with nothing will put you in the wall just because your shit's nice. Exactly. Same thing with fucking life now. Like I actually got off drugs. I actually fucking did everything. I did everything I can to keep my son safe. You know, I'm in his life. I do everything I'm supposed to do, and they still talk shit about me, bro. It's like great. It's like, bro, fuck y'all. Like obviously you just a miserable motherfucker, and there ain't nothing I can do that's gonna please you. That's cool, but I know through God, I know I'm 100% better than who I ever was. Like I know, trust me, I know I still got room to grow. You always got room to grow. I'm always, when I pray, I always ask God to help me grow my faith more. Like it's always you're never gonna peak a plateau on that. Like that's every day there's a new lesson to be learned.
And if you think likewise, then you know what? You've already hit that plateau. You've already hit that wall, because if you think you know everything, then you're done. You
don't know shit. If you think you know everything, you don't know nothing. So when I started getting into my faith, I didn't even have enough money to buy a Bible. My friend Ryan, yeah, dude, like when I was waiting for Lil J's to open up and all, bro, like I was on the verge of losing my house, my car, like shit was getting fucked up. I put it on the internet that I was saving up to buy a Bible. And a friend of mine, he used to live in Tampa, man, Ryan Renfrew, shout out to him. He's a great dad, man. He's got some daughters. Bless his heart, he's the only guy in the house. He actually moved to Indiana now. But he hit me up. He was like, dude, what's your address? And he actually sent me my Bible that I have. Like I read that bitch. And you can go back and read the same chapter every week for a month. Just read it over and over again, and every time you start over again, you're gonna find something new in there. You can forever grow on one chapter of it, much less the whole book.
Right. Shout out to my guy Gene, man. I see that tapped in, partner.
Happy
all the way out there, either Jersey cat, but I think he's on the West Coast, man. I think he's on the West Coast kicking. Happy Father's Day to you, though.
Happy Father's Day. I hope all the dads out there had a good one today. Mama Dean hooked us up with some Copeland's tonight. Oh. No, she's some steak, some crawfish beignets, and some cheesecake. Oh, I was a fat rat tonight. Oh.
Wow, you're so Cali. I see it in the building.
Cali, man. San Francisco. I'm sorry. I feel bad for y'all, motherfuckers. God, dude, it's getting brutal the way shit's turning out there, and that fear gives me fear as a dad. Like I'm watching this turn over and happening more and more in other places.
What we talking about? What happened?
Like when he said South Cali, it made me think of what I was seeing going on in San Francisco with the homeless. Like, dude, they literally, like, how I couldn't live there personally. We don't have it here yet, thank God. Hopefully we don't. But like, how do you comfortably send your kid to school knowing that they're going to be passing in front of vending machines that give out free needles and crack pipes? Like that's a real thing out there now. Wow. Like that's literally on the fucking street. But that you're going to attack the war on drugs by giving them the utensils to do the drugs, talking about it's going to help save diseases. Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's not really how that works, though. Like, I get what they say,
because in the government it's all about percentages, and if this percentage is high, I need to figure out what leads here so I can change this number. Because and it's crazy because I went on my flight back from Arizona. I met a guy who works in I forget what it was, but long story short, he's a public service. He works in public servant. He works in public service, and he also works. He works for the homeless. So. Right. That's what his job was, so, and he was just giving me an example of how bad homelessness out there, and it's like, it's like picking your poison. It's like, do I rather choose dying by a shot to the head or by fire? And that's how it is out there in San Francisco. So I get, I agree with you saying. It's like, it's crazy to whereas things have gotten so bad to whereas I'm really giving you a needle to kill yourself. Right. Not saying, you know, and making it say, hey, you know what? Me giving you this long-term needle is better than you finding one off the street and killing yourself now. It's like, wait, what?
Man, look, I was just having this talk with a guy out here, man, and it sucks to say it. And like I said, you call me a conspiracy. It's population control. They know that they're not going to be able to get the help. It's gonna actually cost. Let's say I'm the government. It's going to cost me too much money to get you clean, to put you in the rehabs, to let the state pay for that. But at the same time, I can give you this, which it probably cost us about fucking 2 cents to make this hypodermic needle. I can give you this. I'm going to make money off of this needle. I'm going to make money off of the system when you get caught with those drugs, go to jail, when you go into the doctor, when you get, we're going to make money on all this, and eventually you're going to die anyway. So they're literally making money off of something that they're killing themselves in a population control theory.
Mm-hmm. Like, and to your point, another, you know, is like out here in Dallas, there's this commercial where it's like, it makes it like, well, hey, you know, me and my daughter, you know, if I don't want my daughter, I can put her in an abortion clinic and she will be fine. And I get to pick and choose which parents that, you know, I choose my daughter or my kid to go to. And it's like, wait, adoption ain't that fucking fun. It ain't that freaking happy. So it's like, why are you trying to upsell adoption? Oh, why? Because abortion clinics are being closed.
Right.
So, you know, and that's how it works. It's like, okay, you want to uplift. Hey, you know what? I got this clean needle. Why? Because everyone's dying from these dirty needles. But it's like, what the hell are you doing? You're still offering me a bad drug that you said was bad. So, you know, like you said, it's a lot. And to me, once again, it all circles around to, I guess, just like, guess what? Those addicts and all those bad, guess who got blamed? The dad.
Always.
Happy Father's Day.
There you go.
That's how it works.
Dude, that
I guarantee exactly you'd be like, oh, the father wasn't there. Or if the father was there,
but at the same time, the mother can be a junkie with 9 kids from 9 different dads, but it's going to be those 9 dads' fault. Now, I'm not sticking up for them because a lot of them bailed on the situation. And I can't say that I understand why. Like, I could never see me turning my back on Jason. That's not who I am personally. But at the same time, man, some of these moms, like, you gotta grab the reins. You can't blame this dude for your actions. You can't stop him for his. And you can talk shit about him for what it, but for the way the current situation is, it's not his fault. Like, you was a part of that. Unless you got raped, you was a part of that. You're gonna take on half of them situations, half of them responsibilities, maybe all of them responsibilities. But there's so much stuff that's actually, and I get pissed off because I'm not for nobody milking the government, man. I hate fucking, that's what my taxes, oh my God. But there's so many programs, like just for being a single mother, there's so many grants you can get to start your own business, to get into a house, to get like they have so much more opportunity than a male that is in the same situation, but they won't capitalize on it. Or they do, and then they don't do right with the money, because I can tell you right now, dealing with Jetco, when you get the government's money, they own your ass. They want to know where this money went, how's it going, how's it being spent, when, like they stay on top of it. So once you misuse it that one time, there ain't a second time. Well, now it's the government's fault because, oh, I had this happen. No, you did not have the discipline and the responsibilities to do what you needed to do first.
Right.
Like, OnlyFans. Like, you, as my grandfather used to say, you shitting in hot grease right now, but it's not gonna last. Like, what happens when that grease cools? Now you living outside of your means because you're making a couple of $1,000 this month. But when that fad fades away, you ain't saving none of that. So now you and your kid's gonna be homeless in 5 years because you thought you would. I see girls put it on Facebook all the time. They're looking for a car, they're looking for a house with no credit, but can take a big down payment. And they're advertising their OnlyFans and shit. It's gonna come down to where that don't work. Like you're not gonna be able to cash that money like that. And when you do, the government is gonna take a large fucking portion of it. Because especially in Louisiana, once they figure out how to do this, if you think about it, if you think about the big picture, OnlyFans is an entertainment. Louisiana has one of the highest entertainment taxes out there. They're gonna bust their asses on these taxes when they can figure out how to tax it.
That's what they're doing now. Like just like right now, the government is saying, hey, you know what? Don't leave your money in, long term in these online situations like, PayPal, Venmo. You know what I'm saying? They're saying like Cash App. They're saying it now, and they're trying to make it seem bad, and how they're trying to leverage it is saying, hey, you know what? That money's not insured by the FDIC. So if something happens, then, if you got $50,000 or $100,000 in your Cash App or your PayPal savings,
gone.
It's just gone.
It's history. Yeah,
right.
It's gone. And then to go on top of that, and dude, this affects men all over the place. Like me personally, as a dad right now, trying to secure a future for my son. And it's like I think about all the fucked up shit that I've done before, and like now I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row. But it's scary for the future because at the same time, through my business, I'm being told by the banks, by the government, I have to keep my money in the bank. Like it's technically their money until this bitch is paid off in 2 more years. But at the same time, how am I going to be comfortable for my business's future when I'm watching all these major banks close? Like my CPA is telling me not to keep all my money in the bank. So now you get Jetco calling me like, well, look, your bank account's down to this. Why? Bitch, because I'm fucking scared of y'all. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I got to make sure I can buy donut mix next month, motherfucker.
Right, exactly. So shout out to Jen. He says pimping is illegal because the money can't be taxed.
Right now it can't be. Look, Biden said it when he took office. If you go look on Robinhood, Biden said it that he was going to put the national treasury into, he wanted a U.S. digital coin. You can go look on Robinhood, and there is a USDA digital coin now worth $1. And what's scary about that is you look at it and the way to stop market, you can literally on that app watch the US dollar not be worth $1. Like, because I got a couple of dollars in it just in case. But at the same time, bro, tell me why I watched the US dollar go to 94 cents. What the fuck? It's not even worth $1 anymore. Like, it's only a matter of time.
Show, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I got something, cause like, much on Robinhood, cause to me, like everyone was like, hey, you know what? Let's go on Robinhood. Robinhood, did your stock go up or did Robinhood app get more money? Just like with Coinbase. Did your stock of Coinbase go up or did Coinbase get more money?
Because more people
actually getting this money. And that just shows how we as society and people are pawns. It's like, hey, you know what? This is the next biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Just like staying woke. Just like, oh, well, grand rising. What the fuck is a grand rising? Hey, King, nigga, my name is Ivan. You know, you don't hear King like, hey, King, hey, CEO.
Right. Dude, and that plays all into that entitlement shit, bro. Like this generation, like you don't even know the sacrifices it takes to be a king, but you call yourself that. Like you can't even get up and go to work at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, but you a king. A king don't sleep. A king makes sure his castle is protected at all times.
All times.
Like you fucking sleeping. You sleeping because you can't stay awake because of the fucking Percocet. Shut up. You ain't a king. You're a jester. You're a jester of the fucking courts. Like
dad part.
The kings are sitting around doing podcasts laughing at you, dumbass. Like get
dad part.
Dude, like that the biggest pill I had to swallow, especially when I got Jason, was like, you got to grow up. That at some point you got to be a man. Your grandparents are gonna die. I hate to say it. A lot of people, I see it through some friends of mine. Your parents seem like they're wealthy. Your grandparents, they well off. Different times when they grew up, they knew how to manage money a lot better. They like they didn't spend their money on frivolous things, but they ain't got the money that you think they do because they know how to manage their money. So when they die, man, yeah, you're gonna get a couple of $100,000. Look, I hate to break it to anybody, but in today's day and age, having $100,000 is like having a $100 bill. That bitch will be gone tomorrow. Like tomorrow.
Fact. Shout out to Jimmy. Everybody's a boss, but don't want to put in the work. Exactly. You know why? Because they believe this TikTok, Instagram version of a boss. You know what a boss is?
New money.
really got to go out there and load their own truck. Just like what you just said, Josh. Oh, I need to make sure I got my own sugar. Who go pick up the sugar?
Right.
You pick up the sugar.
You're fucking right. That truck don't
that's
show
what
up.
Bosses do. Bosses don't sit back and be like, facelift, you know what I'm saying? Selfie. Fucking ain't no goddamn boss.
Dude, fucking, we went through a water boil, a mandatory water boil on the East Bank. Dude, we filling up fucking, we going to the West Bank, filling up buckets of water and shit so we can still make the donuts. Like, you got to do what you got to do so that you get the bills don't.
That's bosses.
The bills don't fucking care. Like I said, me and you talked about it before during Katrina. How the fuck we ain't got lights, but we still got a light bill? Like, how? What? The bills don't care. They coming religiously, man. But the dad, like, I shout out to all the dads out there, man. I hope y'all had a beautiful day. We only get one day, and I know it ain't as big as bad as Mother's Day. Like today, man, we tried to get crawfish today. Ain't a damn seafood place was open for us to buy crawfish. But they got people on side the road selling them bitches on Mother's Day. Like, man, we don't get half the credit. And there's a lot of us out there doing the right thing. We don't get the right credit though, man. But shout out to everybody that is doing the right thing, man, and keep grinding. Like I know a lot of people don't get the credit that they do, but believe it is noticed. And like it's gonna be more noticed, even if nobody gives you the credit, it's gonna be noticed when your kid grows up and is an honest citizen in the world and can contribute instead of take from. Right. Like that's the key to it. Contribute and rather than take, because you take, you're only going to take so much and then there's nothing else to give out. Now
take this sentence that the judge
it's going to be just like that movie what is it, Ready Player One, like damn near Stone Age, but your real life is inside of a computer. Go outside, like you got actual grass outside, real air you can breathe. You just got to work for it, and that's the hard part. Hey, it took me till I was in my late 30s to fucking understand that concept, but I'm glad I did because I got nice shit now. Like I'm not dependent on anybody. But for real, man, shout out to Sports Talk with Friends, man, for letting us do this again. I want to say shout out to Uncle Leroy, man. Look, we always have fun in this bitch, man. And I'm looking forward to many more shows with us. And special shout out to all the dads out there, man. Y'all keep holding it down. Keep doing what you're doing, because believe me, everybody is watching, and we're going to know from that kid and teach your kid to grow up to be a respectable dad. Tune in every Sunday at 8 o'clock, man. We're going to tap into something. We never really know what it is, but thank y'all for tuning in.